was younger.
It's interesting because like youth is such a big moment for us because we're finding out so much about ourselves. We don't even know like who we are really, and then being young in the public eye is even harder because like you have to find out all of that about yourself while everyone else around you is watching you. So I understand the pressure and everything. And like right now I'm 17, so I'm kind of at that moment where I'm like, wait, like, am I good enough, or is that what people want me to be? But then I'm also like finding out that I don't really need to be anything that people want me to be because they don't want anything. They're just looking for something relatable, and I just have to be myself because it's gonna make me happy too. Like it's just so hard to pretend that you're something that you're not. So yeah, I'm also at this point. Well, you've been through this point now. Right now, you already know who you are and what you want. But right now, I am at this moment where I'm like trying to find out who I am, what do I want to do, and all that. It's complicated, but I'm actually going with it, just like letting it be.
Yeah, the one secret that I would say for like, I mean, not that everybody's at the same point, at the point that you're at, and not that I could generally say that, but the one thing that I think nobody really tells you is that there is no right way to do anything in your life. There's no right way to be a role model. There's no right way to navigate certain situations. There's no right way to like navigate things that are the same for everybody, different for everybody. And people love to tell you that there's like a specific right way to do things. Like this is the right way to be this age. This is when you transition to being this way. And there's no right way. And the only right way that you could do is to be as like in touch with yourself and as in touch with what you need, and be doing things literally only for you, what you need, because then when you have all your needs met, you can love yourself, you can love other people better, and you come from a place of clarity. And then every situation is a lot easier to face because you're not attempting to like mold yourself into 100 different shapes just because you think that's what people want from you. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Thank you so much. And I'm sure that everybody that's watching is like, thank you. Everybody needs to hear advice from someone that has been through all that we're going through. So talking about now your inspirations, is there someone that you want to collab with one day, work with on a movie or anything one day?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to work with, I think in terms of acting, I would love to work with someone like, I don't know if you know who Jessica Lange is, or Stanley Tucci, people like that. I love Saoirse Ronan. I love older actors. I love actors who feel very like comfortable in themselves. Obviously, Saoirse Ronan's really young, but I just think she's incredible. But I love people who feel very comfortable in themselves because I feel like acting is such a process of shedding what you think about yourself so that you can have the most honest performance. It's just a really hard thing to do. And then I think with music, I'd love to collab with like Doja Cat. I love Doja Cat. Eminem. I love, let's see, there's a band called St. Vincent, which is incredible. I love Upsall. Yeah, people like that.
That's good. That's really good.
Thanks.
And you recently received the KCA, the Kids' Choice Awards, and it's an award voted by the people. So everyone voted you as the best actress, right? It was best actress. How did you feel? Like, when I'm nominated for anything, I never believe I'm going to win it.
No, never.
You?
Never believe you're going to win it. No, and that's like, I think that's probably a good place to be, though. I think I'd rather be in that place than being like, I'm going to win it, because that's just boring. And also, you never know. Like, I always think there's this thing, actually, you might appreciate this or feel this, but there's this quote, I don't remember who it's by, and I don't remember the actual quote, but there's like a great, coming from a great place. I don't know who it's by or what they even said. No, but it's like, but basically, there's this idea that a lot of like successful people who have found success in their field have this complex where they think that they're a fraud. Do you know about this? It's this really interesting psychology. So like anybody who's found success in their field, like from anybody like who's involved in science to, our healthcare workers to writers to performers, things like that, there's this overwhelming like amount of data that shows that they believe that they are a fraud, and like one day they're going to be found out for being untalented or undeserving of the things that they've gotten. And I feel like that is such a common thing in our field, where we're like, oh no, I couldn't have won that. Oh no, they made a mistake. Or oh no, like that's not me. And I think that that's just such a common thing for performers in general. You may have that, but I definitely never ever believe that A, anything good is going to happen, or B, after it's happened that I deserve it. I'm like, you guys made a mistake, you know? I think that's just like a performer thing.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know why we're so hard on ourselves. Because I thought it was just me, but I think every artist that I've ever talked to, everyone is so hard on themselves, and like we want to be so good, and when we achieve all those things we're like, oh nah, no, it wasn't me, like you guys did it and someone else did it, and it's like we don't own our success. And that thing that you just said about us believing that we're a fraud, that happens to me so much. I'm so scared that at one point I'm gonna be like on the stage and then I'm gonna sing and everyone's gonna be like, oh, so that's her, ew.
Yeah. Yes, like, oh wait, you can't sing, even if you can. Like, you think someone's gonna be like, wait a minute, we don't actually like you very much. And you're like, great, I don't like me either. Yeah. No, I think that's really common though. I think that that's just something that we have to recognize in ourselves and be like, that's a universal thing. And also, no, I deserve this. I worked hard for this and I feel grateful to have this life.
That's a good way to think. That's a good way to think. So you just released a song called Remember Me. Yeah? So tell everybody about your song.
So Remember Me is my latest single. It's one of my favorite ones that I've done so far, including songs that I've like never played for you guys. It's so special to me. It feels very much to me like I'm a very big fan of like the Suicide Squad soundtrack and that kind of like big, oh God, I love that sound. That kind of like Harley Quinn Suicide Squad vibe that feels very like dark and cinematic and very like it belongs in a film. And I really wanted to do a song like that kind of like when you hear it, you feel like you're in the movie. And that's kind of like what Remember Me reminds me of, at least in production and things like that. And I always feel like when I listen to it, I'm transported to like, it's 3 a.m. It's been raining. You're in Tokyo for some reason, or you're in New York, and like the sun's coming up in a few hours, and you're with, you know, your significant other, and it's just like this young love, kind of darker adventure kind of feeling that's really about that time in your life where you're so in love with your significant other, your life, and yourself that you're like, wow, everything is perfect right now, and it won't always be, and I just want to live in this moment forever.
I understand.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, definitely. So I know you've been to Brazil.
Yes.
First, how did you like it?
I love Brazil. I loved going to Brazil. I've only been one time, but it was so amazing. I mean, everybody that I met was so passionate. Like, I mean, the fans in Brazil are like unparalleled, so passionate. And it was such a beautiful energy to be around. And yeah, I mean, I feel like I think I was in Brazil when a fan gave me, she gave me a tiara that I still have. Like, it was like a very special tiara to her, and I still have it on my nightstand. So yeah, it was very, very special.
That's so sweet. Do you know anything in Portuguese?
Okay, if I get this wrong, don't be mad at me. Obrigado?
No. Obrigada.
Obrigada. Okay, obrigada.
Yeah, because you're a girl.
Right?
But yeah, you know it. You know it. There's obrigada. Do you know how to say hi?
I forget.
That's very easy. It's oi.
Oi. Okay.
Oi. Oi. I love how every time I teach, people do the same sound as me. If I do oi or oye, they're gonna do oye.
It's because you sound so beautiful when you say it. Your accent's amazing. So it's like, it's hard not to want to say it like you.
You like it? Oh, that's cute. Did you try any food? Because everybody talks about the food here.
Wait, what's like the famous thing that people eat for dessert?
Brigadeiro.
What is it?
Brigadeiro. Is it chocolate? Like a
yeah
chocolate thing.
Yeah, we had that. We had some fans bring us some of that, and I think we tried it on camera. It's really, really nice.
I'm glad you like it. Brazilian food, it can be different for foreigners sometimes, but it's just they always like it. So like I'm proud of my food. Seriously.
Oh, it's so
I'm
nice.
always like, Brazil has good food.
You're like, did you try the food? Did you try the food though? Because
did you like it? I know you did.
yeah.
So changing totally the subject right now. A lot of musical fans are talking about you doing Glinda on Wicked's live action. How do you feel about that?
I would love to do that. I think that, yeah, I definitely, I mean, like, I've been pretty upfront about the fact that Wicked is one of my favorite shows, and I grew up loving.
My English is a bit bad, but
your English is perfect. I can't even believe, like, your English is flawless.
Thank you, but sometimes my brain just goes crazy a little bit.
That's fine. I totally understand.
Yeah, but I was trying to say that I've been watching your things for a very long time. So, yeah, I'm a fan. So, congrats on everything. Congrats on everything you've achieved, and I have my fingers crossed for Glinda.
I have my fingers crossed for that Broadway New York dream.
Yes. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
And, yeah, so nice talking to you.
Yeah, you're an angel. Have a great rest of your night. It's night, right?
Yeah, it's night.
Okay, have a great rest of your night. You're so lovely.
You too. Take care.
Thanks for speaking to me.
Bye.